Hey guys, Bonehead here again, bringing you another video from Guildwars 2. This one is a thief build for basically focusing completely on stealth and trying to get some survivability from being in stealth and being able to get out of the fight pretty easily. I mean, we're pretty squishy as thieves. As you can see, I've just picked human. None of my builds focus on any of the racial abilities or anything like that. So no matter what race you are, you can do this build. So the first thing I'll do, I'll go through the weapons. First thing, dagger is the main thing you use. You just got your normal hits. Heartseeker, very powerful ability once they get low on health. Death Blossom is brilliant. With Death Blossom, you're evading while you're hitting, so it's very good ability, and it adds the bleeds as well. Dancing Dagger hits multiple targets, and then Cloak and Dagger stab them and go invisible. So there's your first invisible ability. The second thing I go is Pistol and Dagger. Now, if you swap to Pistol Dagger, you can see you've got bleeding shots from range. Vulnerability shot. Then if they get too close, you can stab and shadow step away. Then you've got the bouncing daggers again that hit everything and slow them down so they can't chase you. And then as well, you can stab your foe and vanish in stealth. So you can either stab and vanish, run around behind them and get a backstab in, or you can use that stealth time to run away and get back out of melee range. So very good for kiting, and you can chop and change between these as you feel. And so now onto the healing. So obvious one for this one, hide in shadows. You get a heal, a regen, and you get stealth for 3 seconds, so you can get the heal off and run around and get another backstab on someone, or get some distance between you and them. Number 7, the utilities. I grab Blinding Power. Blinding Power blinds the areas, blinds all the foes in the area, and gives you 3 seconds of stealth as well. Then the next one I get is Shadow Refuge. Create a pulsing refuge at the target area, heals allies and cloaks them in stealth. So this is good for your group. You can actually stealth the group. If they're all grouped together, you can stealth them all together, and they all get some healing and stealth as well for 3 seconds. So yeah, number 9. I go and pick up Signet of Shadows. I don't really use the blind on this very often because I've got the blind over here as well from the Blinding Powder. But if that one's on cooldown and I'm trying to get a blind off, I can hit the Signet. And other than that, 25% increase in movement speed, so you're going to be moving around the battlefield a lot quicker from that. And the ultimate, it's really, I like Dagger Storm the best, just for the fact that you can keep moving while you're spinning, and it's reflecting all the ranged attacks at you. So if you can just keep moving around away from things, you're actually throwing all your bleeding daggers and things into them. The enemy can't keep up with you because they're crippled. So yeah, very good one there. Now, as far as the actual traits down here, a lot of people go into Deadly Arts just to get that power, but for this build here, we want to focus more on Critical Strikes and Shadow Arts. So Critical Strikes I'll start with. Get that Keen Observer, crit chance increase by 5% when health is over 90. So yeah, with your Shadow Refuge and things like that, and you want to basically try and keep your health at max all the time anyway, so that's always good. In here, just for a bit of survivability, I get the Practiced Tolerance, so I can get Precision converted to Vitality, just give me a bit more health to stay in the fight. Pick up Opportunist, Critical Hits, Restore Initiative, which it doesn't happen very often in this, but being that initiative is what governs all of your abilities and everything, you definitely want to have that initiative building up as fast as you can. Next thing on here is Ankle Shots. You want to pick up Ankle Shots. for that one there. So when you do swap to your pistol, you actually have a high chance that you'll cripple them enemies, and it adds to that kiting ability. Next thing here, first strikes you want to pick up 10% increased damage when initiative is over 6. So that's good as well for when you're running. You're just using your first ability that doesn't use up any actual initiative. You get increased damage on those until you start using your abilities. And then the last thing we want to get here is Hidden Killer, 100% crit chance while in stealth. So that's the main thing that we were building towards, is that every time you go into stealth and use your backstab ability, you get a 100% crit chance on that ability. So they're maximizing the damage on that. Now down to Shadow Arts. Last refuge, use Blinding Powder when your health reaches 25%. So you can see Blinding Powder stealths you as well as doing the Blinding Powder so they can miss their first hit. So that's always good to get. Then we want to pick up here Infusion of Shadows. It's gain 2 initiative when using a skill that stealths you, and as you can see, we've got a lot of skills here that put us into stealth, and doing so will grant you extra initiative to be using more abilities. So that's definitely something you want to be getting. Meld with Shadows, stealth skills last 1 second longer, very good. And we want to go down here and pick up, where are we? Stealing grants you 2 seconds of stealth, which will now be 3 thanks to the Meld with Shadows. But so now your steal ability on your F1 will actually teleport you straight to the enemy, steal an ability from them, and then you also have 2 seconds, or rather 3 seconds of stealth, so you can run around behind, get a backstab off, or use another ability on them. And then you want to pick up here Hidden Assassin, gain Might for 15 seconds when you go into stealth. So Might being one of the best boosts in the game for high damage. And so next thing we want to get here is Regenerate Health while in stealth. So for all these stealth abilities now, whenever you're going stealth or when you steal and then get the stealth from it, you will actually regenerate health while you're stealthing away from the enemy. So in a fight, especially in PvP and everything, you'll be bouncing back and forth between using your abilities, stealthing out, running behind, doing a backstab for high damage, and all the while you're changing back and forth, you'll actually have regeneration while you're stealthed out. And now for the last points that I do, it's a choice between Deadly Arts and Acrobatics. I prefer the Acrobatics. Gives you 2 seconds of swiftness when you evade, and then the thing here that's really great is Fleet Shadows, which is move 50% faster while in stealth, which adds to it all, plus it increases our boon duration and our vitality. It makes you a bit more durable for those extra points. And that's the main build. So as you can see, you're running in with a dagger. If you want to swap to kiting, you swap to the pistol dagger. That gives you your bleed shots and things. And then you can stealth away as well with your increased speed here and your increased speed from the Signet of Shadows. You can move around pretty quickly on the battlefield, get in and out of the way as you fight. I prefer the dagger just for the fact that you've got the Death Blossom, which is it evades over the top of them and bleeds, and then so you've got the bleeding hits on them. Heartseeker, obviously a very powerful ability, and leaps to the target as well, so you can actually like Cloak and Dagger, like turn invisible, move out of the fight, throw some things back at them, come in with a Heartseeker to finish them off. So a very good build in total for maximizing your use of the stealth in the game. As you can see there, stealth, 4 abilities that grant stealth, which it doesn't actually tell me about the steal one on there, which is your 5th way of going stealth in this build. So yeah, let me know what you think, and try it out and tell me if it's working for you or if you have any better ideas. And Bonehead out.